In this video, we're going to look at how to format text within a content management area of a web page. So here we are within the content management area, and we want to add some text. You can see that some default text has been added by the template itself, but I'm going to quickly copy and paste some text in from Notepad. Now, if you are intending on copying and pasting text in from a word processor, it's always best to copy from the word processor into Notepad first and then copy from Notepad into the website. And the reason for this is that it will strip out all sorts of formatting that you will find in your word processor. For example, if you're using Word, then it will strip out all of Microsoft's formatting. So let's just quickly do that. So I'm going to select all the text by pressing Control A and then Control C to copy, and then I'll click within the content area and I'll press Control A to select everything and then Control V to paste everything. So there's some shortcuts there that come in quite handy if you're copying and pasting content. Now that we've got the text in here, there's some other things that I want to mention. You'll notice the size of the bounding box here for your content management area. Now this will expand as you add copy. The next thing we want to do in order to format the text is to make this here a title, or more specifically a header. So header is the correct term for a title on a web page. So in order to do that, you can see that I have highlighted the text simply by clicking and dragging over the text. And now I'm going to go up to here. This is where you choose the type of text that you want to format it to. So it could be just paragraph, or I can have it as a heading. So you can see here that heading 1 is the largest, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6, going down. So you always start with a heading 1. This is known as an H1 tag. So heading 1, we'll choose that. Now you can see that it has formatted the text to a header. This will be consistent to every page on the site if you're using the same tag. So an H1 will look the same, or a heading 1 would look the same throughout the website. Now if you were to have a subtitle on this web page, that would be a heading 2 or H2, and if you were to have a subheading of that subheading, that would be an H3. So it is possible to have more than one H2s because you may have several subheadings and multiple H3s, but you shouldn't generally have more than one H1 on a page or heading 1 on a page. Now the next thing I want to do is make this text here bold. So as before, I highlighted the text and I just simply click on bold, and that makes the text bold. And the same would be true if I wanted to italicize the text or underline the text. Now something else that I should mention is color. You can actually change the color of the text using the color picker. Now it's not something I would actually advise doing. If you're going to have some text colored and you're going to do it consistently throughout the site, then you want to have a style set up to do that. So what do we mean by a style? Well, different elements on a page will have different styles available that will give the item a different look. The styles that are available to you are determined by your theme. However, your web designer can add custom styles to your site for you to suit your exact requirements. I'll demonstrate how styles can be used with paragraphs. Now you can see the text that we imported takes a default format. Now, but what I want to do is change these items to paragraphs. So I'll click on the first one and change that to paragraph, and I'll change the second one to a paragraph, and I'll also change the third one to a paragraph. And then I can click on any of these items and then click what style I want it to have. So for this one I'm going to select the style of large. Now if I don't like that, I can tick that off and then select larger instead. But for this application I think that's a little bit large, so we'll tick that off and then tick on large. And you can see that that gives us a certain style. Something else you can do with text is to add lists. So you can see here that I have added 3 items. So to make this a list, I can simply highlight the items and then go up to here and select the bullet pointed list. So this is known as an unordered list. There we go, that's created the list for me. And then if I highlight them again, I can then change this to an ordered list, which is a numbered list. So there we go. You also have the ability to align text. So to do that, you simply highlight the text you want to align and then come up here to the Align tool. So you can see that it's currently left aligned. So if I were to click here, I can center align it, or I could right align it, or I could justify the text. But I'm going to leave it left aligned. Other things you can do, again with it selected, are to indent the text. And you can also then outdent the text.